Basket Brains, Disc and Frisbee Freaks, Emerald City Disc proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world! Kirby Snyder, aka Darkwing Disc, the Fairway Finder, Ollie DePina. This is K.O.
K.O. Disc
Disc
Golf
Golf
Show.
Show! Welcome to episode 116 of the K.O. Disc Golf Show. This is the horsey episode. KO question of the week, and I gotta tell you, I am so pumped for Jeff Wallace's answer to this one. If you could add a 0 to any number in your life, where would you put it? Comment down below, and we will get to this one at the end of the episode. Ollie, how you doing, man? How's it going?
Going well. We're recovering. We're starting to feel like better with everything. Still going to work. I'm very thankful to have like a pretty chill job where I'm not like physically doing too much where I wasn't affected. I actually went on a bike ride and stuff, so I've been genuinely the bike riding, you're in like one position and just moving your legs, so it's not like too much, it feels like, or like a couple positions and moving your legs. So that just felt good to get outside. Um,
Is
been
it like
watching
mostly just like your abs and like your stomach and chest?
it's like my chest and my lower back, I'd say. It's like kind of the
Mm-hmm.
most, yeah.
Okay, so
Everything
it's more
else is
like
kind of healed up pretty well. Like maybe this hand kind of hurts, like I'll try to like move something with this like finger to like the side, or like any of these fingers really to side, and that kind of like pushing power to that kind of hurts. But
mm,
like I don't know, I still been doing everything. Like it feels okay.
yeah.
And then
It's just like bending over and ab like core stuff.
yeah, it's like the twist. Like even actually, whoa, I was not able to do that a few days ago.
Hey, revelation.
Okay, well there you go. So we're getting better. And that's all good. We've been watching the World Cup, which has been awesome. I went down to the Seattle Center and watched a game, which is like the city's just so alive. When I went on my bike ride, I went down to the waterfront and like going through the waterfront, and then I went up through downtown and biked through Fourth Avenue, basically back down, and then I went around Dexter, around Queen Anne, and then back to Magnolia, and it is just so alive. There's so many people out. There's so much stuff to do. It seems like, and it's just I don't know. It's a really fun time to be going around the city. Honestly, like not feeling like a tourist in my own city, but I'm gonna blend in with the crowd. It's kind of fun. It's been a cool time having so many people visit. A lot of the Bosnia. There's so many Bosnia fans here when they had their game here. I've probably noticed more Bosnia fans than like any other fans, to be honest, like majority wise. And then but yeah, it's been good. I got my tickets for Wednesday. We're going to Senegal, Belgium, so very excited.
Cool. Yeah, you were telling me about that before the show. That's sick, dude. Um, yeah, man, the city's been nuts. I mean, like, I've been gone for the last like week, basically. Like, I left the country. Went to up to Vancouver, but yeah, even before that, like I was saying, like last week, we went to the game, and all that area was just absolutely alive, and it is really really cool. We've had a lot of people coming into the store that have been from out of town and just wanted to kind of talk about it. So even like disc golf is kind of seeing a little bit of that kind of thing. So um, yeah, it's so cool, dude.
I agree, man. It's like it's what they talk about like when these like big events come to your city and stuff, and global events come to your city and stuff, and it's really cool. So yeah, it's exciting with that. I got some cool stuff planned for work coming up, which is exciting. Some marathons, some other cool things. I got to go in today after this to shoot some promo thing, which is exciting. So like, yeah, just got some cool things planned. So things are going well with that, and we're enjoying things, getting better, feeling better. How are you doing, Curb?
Nice. Doing pretty good. I mean, yeah, like I said, back from being in BC from the last week. Which I mean, I love BC so much, man. Like, I really feel like everywhere I go, food wise, everywhere is really, really good. I found this like because Raptors Knoll is kind of in the middle of a bunch of like farmland. There's not a lot to eat like directly in that area. So when you go like 10 minutes out, I found this strip where it's a bunch of auto body shops and stuff. And there's a couple of restaurants that serve sandwiches and just kind of like lunchtime food. And they're only open for lunch. They're not open for dinner. And they're not open on the weekends, which was really weird too. But I had this place called like Chef Boss or something. I had the best freaking sandwich it was so good, and it was so good. I went back the next day and got a different sandwich, and that sandwich was also just a banger. That place was awesome. It's about 10, 12 minutes from Raptors Knoll. So that was just dope. And like, I don't know, man, every like restaurant I went to out there, just like, I don't know, all of them were bangers. Everything hit really hard. I feel like the food scene in Vancouver and that kind of area is like really underrated. So just adds to like how much I love BC and how much I love just going up there. Um, I'm not playing a tournament this weekend. So
Whoa.
instead I just have like I know it's like, I feel like it's been like 2 months. Like it's genuinely been since like I left for OTB that I haven't had a tournament. So, and even before that, I was supposed to play Twin Rivers the week before that I dropped out because I was like, I think I need like I kind of realized how big of a stretch it is. So, yeah. Instead, I just have like a ton of lessons booked this week, which has been really good. It's kind of one of those kind of catching up on things. I'm actually hanging out. I got this Saturday is 4th of July, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, Ellie is coming out and she's gonna disc golf with me. So I'm really excited. She doesn't do it too often. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but she had foot surgery probably like 3 or 4 years ago. So she's had like a lot of like nerve damage like in her foot. So walking for long periods of time on uneven ground, which most disc golf courses is uneven ground, has is like really bad for her. So she's feeling pretty good. Her foot is like pretty healthy and healed up. So it's going to be her, myself, our friends Kim and Derek, who I've been giving lessons to and are just great people in disc golf, and also like pretty new to the game and all that. So the four of us are going to go and we're going to play South Fork Landing because it's pretty like open and it's pretty
Flat.
flat. So
Yeah.
yeah, it should be pretty easy for her. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just like pumped that she's going to come out and hang out. And I definitely baited her with some like brunch, talk afterwards, which
Are
is
you gonna
cool.
go to the
So
place right there?
I think so. Either that or probably go
Dude.
see Max over at Tweeds.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good. Both those are
So
good calls. Both those are good calls.
yeah.
It's nice for the lunch tournament because you got to be back there. But Tweeds is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, for sure. I think that place serves like mimosas and cocktails, and I don't think Tweeds does, so that might swing our decision in some way, but we'll see. We'll talk about it as a group. But yeah, so I think we're gonna turn it into like her and I were joking about making a little social media thing out of it, where I have her like give her a couple of discs to pick out and kind of let her pick one out, and then I'll kind of give her like a mini lesson, before they get there, and kind of just like tape, they'll kind of like video all that and kind of make like a fun social media post out of it. So. Um, we'll see. We'll kind of see how she feels, kind of like in the week coming in. I'm just so excited for her to come out and just like
Yeah,
hang out, kind of thing. So should be a good time.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Man, I had this whole like Red Sox rant in my head, kind of planned out that I've been kind of building for the last few weeks. So this team is bad. Like they are like toilet water bad. It's just they're just awful, and I'm just to kind of prove like how frustrating this team is, like after I've built up kind of this rant about like how bad they are and all the things wrong with this team, they just had a 4 game sweep of the Yankees at home. They're basically like every starting pitcher was basically perfect through like 6 innings, through I think literally through 4 innings they had no hits at on any of the 4 days. So I'm like, I don't even want the little bit of hope that they're starting to give me with this team. Like I kind of like we're only like 4 games out of the wild card. We're not that far out. Generally, like getting like barely over 500 will maybe get us into the playoffs as a wild card team. But like I don't want this team to be rewarded with bad play like this. Like I want us to like kind of do have a bad season so this off season changes happen because we need something to change. And it's I just I'm almost getting a little bit of hope, and I don't want it. Like I don't, I just it's so frustrating.
I feel it. I feel it. It's tough. It's like I was seeing that and I was like, rant. I This guy's gonna complain while your guys are winning. Just beat my Mariners. You're gonna go and go do that to the Yankees. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, they're playing the. I mean, I don't know. It's like, is it sustainable? The first half, that first half was so bad for them, and like the first, I mean, it's just been bad for them so far. So yeah, I feel you.
It's the
Mariners are
whole
not doing too much better. We've been pretty
yeah.
500 and bad and losing games and
I
hitting
think you're like
poorly and pitching
we're
poorly when we have six supposed to be starting pitchers. It's like,
yeah we have we're doing this on Monday, and I'm pretty sure the Mariners are like maybe a game or two under 500. Genuinely, if it wasn't for how bad everybody in the American League was or is right
It'd be
now,
horrible.
it would be like this Red Sox team would be, we should be 15 games out, and instead we're like 4.5, 5 games out of a wild card spot. That's crazy. We're currently this is how bad the American League is. I heard this stat earlier. The Yankees are number one in the American League in run differential at like 119 or something like that. The next closest to them is like Cleveland at like 19, like or like 20 or something like that. The Red Sox are the fourth best in the American League at a +5 run differential, only +5, and we're like 12 games or 9 games below 500. Like this whole league is shit. Honestly, we're kind of at a point now where like
You're only 10
the
games below 500.
yeah, like the whole
Only.
playoffs should just be the Yankees just going into a National League tournament. Like it should just be the NL, like whoever from the NLCS goes to the World Series should just deserve to win the World Series because it's like we're basically handing the Yankees a World Series run.
Hey,
It's
The Rays are playing pretty well.
the Rays are solid. Is that another sustainable one? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you look
I
at kind
mean,
of the sum of their parts.
but they're 48 and 33 right now. They're 15
Yeah,
games above 500.
yeah,
They're higher. They're a game above the Yankees right now. It's like
yeah. It's because the Yankees just absolutely like
the
look
Yankees
like children
kind of
against the
suck
Red
though.
Sox. Yeah.
When it gets down to it, I haven't seen much of this team do much in
I
big games.
as soon as Judge comes back, none of it matters because they're back to being the best team in the American League. Like with Judge being gone, they're vulnerable, but when he comes back, that's it. Even Max Fried too, that's another one. If he comes back, they're also really, really good. But I mean, like, I'm mad at this team, and I had this whole thing schemed up, and then they, like, even, like, they ruined that for me. Like, they can't let me have anything. They can't even let me be mad. Like, that's what this team is this team is just letting me down and ruining the season for me, but in different ways every month, every time I watch them. I don't even know what to do with it. And their starting rotation, the pitching is actually like incredible. We have the best starting rotation we've ever had as a Red Sox fan, maybe the best one I've ever seen. At the same time, I'm like, this is still maybe my least favorite Red Sox team I've ever watched. So that's kind of my little rant. I don't know, kind of my little half rant on him, I guess. Um, but yeah, so that's what we got going on. Let's jump. Let's jump right into the. This is going to be a big segment. It's the tournament recap presented by Emerald City Discs. Tournament recap by
Emerald City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City Discs. So this is going to be a pretty big recap. We are going to have 5 tournaments that we're going to cover here. The first one is going to be the BC Open. I was just up there this past week, as I mentioned. This happened at Raptors Knoll. 3 rounds over 3 days. I can't talk high enough about how much I love Raptors Knoll. That course is just one of my absolute favorites. I was really, really fortunate on, I think Wednesday last week that I played a practice round with the course designer, Chris Hartman. So I got to ask a lot of like kind of insider knowledge questions and kind of like in-depth questions about why certain things are the way they are and why certain, bushes or certain holes maybe play the way they are, or things were changed that way. So I got really, really good insight on the course, which just kind of makes me appreciate it even more like that, which is really great. There was like some like minor changes. Like hole 14 has it's that like really like wooded hole, and there used to be a bush in the middle of the fairway, and the bush died, and they just kept piling logs there because they liked that as an obstacle from like the red tee pad, and somebody was standing on there and they fell through. So instead they built like this really nice like log like obstacle basically that's like meant like it's a really like strong structure, and a lot of people over the weekend were like, man, that just like does not need to be there. That's just like really hurting like all of our shots. And to hear Chris's reasoning behind it is that the red tee pad, that's such a necessary obstacle from that pad, and from the gold pad, it's already hard from back here, and that really isn't going to affect. If you pure the gap, that log pile should not be in your way because you should be sailing over it the entire time. And if you're hitting it, you threw a shot that's too low and you weren't going to get to the basket anyways. So it was just really interesting kind of hearing that. And they are thinking about that stuff and that kind of thing. Um, what I thought was really interesting, when they organized the club originally, one of the founding members of the club works at the, like, I don't know if it's like a land yard or a dump yard or a quarry that's like right behind the course, on the long side of that par 5. You see a lot of the machines over there, but one of the founding members had like worked over there, and they get a lot of like large rocks that the company actually just wants to get rid of and they don't know what to do with. So they bring those rocks in from that quarry over there. And a lot of times they just reach out to them and they're like, hey, we have this large rock that we can't, it's kind of in our way. Is there anywhere you want to put it? And they'd be like, oh man, it'd be really nice to have this like on this hole, next to this basket or on this hole over here. And a lot of the structures that they have out there were planned by him and built by him and that kind of stuff with all those rocks and that. So um, their resources and the stuff they have available to them is just like top notch, and they really take full advantage of it. And it's like I said, just so cool. Um, the weather this whole week, the weather this weekend, Friday was brutal, like absolutely
Mm-hmm.
brutal, really, really tough. I mean, it was a, a lot of us from Washington were walking around being like, dude, this is wet. Like it was raining so hard. It was raining nonstop. Anytime it felt like it was kind of lightening up a little bit, all of a sudden it would just like get harder and harder. So it was just, Friday
Oh,
was
it looked
pure,
horrible.
dude, it was just a grind, like
I
start to
never
finish.
saw like all my BC Open experiences were never like that. Maybe it was just the weather was sad. I wasn't there.
Yeah, probably, dude. It was, I mean, it genuinely was like
Oh,
tough, like really, really tough. People were not prepared for it either. There's
yeah.
people that were like camped out in their cars and that had like 2 or 3 towels. And it's like, not only did you like blow through all of your towels, your rain gear, everything you're wearing is completely soaked. And now you have to like go sleep in your car for the night. You know what I mean? Like, that's just such a tough setup. I knew some people that were like kind of having it a little bit. So, um, yeah, just absolutely crazy on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday were both like pretty nice. It was like a little breezy on Saturday, or a little windy on Saturday, but all in all, it wasn't really like the weather really wasn't too much of an issue Saturday or Sunday. Um, I have seen an ace during the BC Open the last 3 years consecutive now, which is really cool. 3 years ago, I aced a hole at the horse course. Last year, Noah Higgins, who went on to win the event, he aced the triple Mando hole that has like the rock pile in
Mm-hmm.
it. And then this year, Tim Tankley, he aced that same triple Mando hole. So
Nice.
yeah, really cool seeing those guys ace that back to back years. Yeah, like I said, 3 years in a row now of seeing an ace like on that tournament. So
Luke Gent got an ace.
he did. Yeah, big shout out to him. He
Big
aced the
shout out
island
Luke
hole.
Gent.
Yeah. Luke and I had we played the island the exact opposite way, where he had the best shot on the island and I had the absolute worst shot of the tournament on the island. There's a tree out on your left that realistically is not in your way at all whatsoever, and I squared it up like dead center, to the point where like it's all like thick grass and a blackberry bush over there, and I
Yeah.
almost like lost my disc in the blackberry bush because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this thing and get it out. It was the worst tee shot I could have thrown. And then standing at the drop zone, I was like, well, I'm running this putt. And then I ran the putt off the island, so I ended up taking a 5 there. That island hole like really, really got me this weekend. I should, like, theoretically, I should be taking 6 total strokes on that island over the 3 rounds. It's a birdie each round. It's not a hard shot. And instead of taking 6 strokes, I took 11 on that hole, just that one hole, because I went 5, 2, 4. So we can't do that going into next year. I mean, that's definitely something that I'm going to clean up. Um, that 5 strokes is like a ton of placement. Um, that's kind of honestly like that was kind of my like recap for the tournament for me personally, was just having some bonehead throws that was just like, that was so bad. Why did I throw that disc like that, or why did I make that shot like that? Which the first round, that rain, I was anything coming out of the hand clean, I was like, whatever, like that's totally
Mm-hmm.
fine.
Yeah.
It was specifically just the last 2 days that like I would throw shots and it's just inconsistent. that's kind of what like all of my game is coming down to right now. It feels really inconsistent. I'm having moments of brilliance. I'm having moments where I'm hitting really nice C2s and I'm throwing the perfect shot that I'm like, that's exactly where I want to be, and I'm throwing the exact angle and power that I want. And then there's other moments where I'm like, who the hell just threw that? That like, was that me? Oh my god, I can't believe, like, why did I do that? And it's just, it doesn't feel as in control as I felt in the past year. So I'm kind of just trying to grind through it a little bit. Like I said, I'm not playing this weekend, so it's kind of nice to like take the week off, and just kind of do some lessons and kind of just like recalibrate a little bit, I guess. Playing SeaTac a bunch, which is like one of my favorite places. Like I played there this morning, and like literally in the middle of the round, like I kind of just like looked down on one of the fairways, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" and just kind of had this like back home a little bit kind of thing. So um, one of the coolest things about my tournament, and I kind of noticed this pretty early on, um, for the most part, until we got to like a lot of the like, I had like a bad stretch of holes kind of in the back most days, but anytime I had a bogey, most of the time it was followed with another birdie. So I wasn't letting myself get into like really bad stretches of bogeys for the most part, which was really good. My bounce back was pretty nice there. Um, which is also just something that I'm looking for. So we're going to jump into the winners real quick here. Taking down MPO, we have Scott Withers. Coming in second place is ECD teammate Axel Olsen. And third place was Thomas Gilbert. Really cool there. Sophia Donica won FPO. She took it down over Juliana Corver and Christy Lee and Madison Tomeno, who tied for third. MP40 was won by Thomas Kuhn. Uh, MP50 was won by Chris Hartman, the course designer that I was just mentioning. So good job, him. MP55 was won by Jim Oates, and MP60 was won by Ted Mowens. So that's all our winners there. One of the biggest tournaments in Canada at one of the best courses in Canada. Cannot wait to go back next year. I'm already so excited about it. So.
Sweet.
Ollie, you want to tell us about the Two Pie Classic by Rain and Rattle?
Yep, that was down at SeaTac. The 2 Pie Classic. We got 2 rounds at SeaTac. First round looking like just did probably this is just 18 holes, short loop.
Yeah, she did a mod. It's ran by Caitlin. She did a like a modified layout where
And
she
then a
did like some
long
shorter
loop.
holes and
We
stuff.
did
Yeah.
20 holes in the second round, but in first place for MPO, we had Andrew Savage taking that down, and then we got in MA1 Brian Dub Dubly Dubly.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never seen anybody write their name with all lowercase letters before.
Brian Dubly. Shout out you, MA1 lowercase letter. MA40 Matthew Manzi beating Ian Williamson. And then in MA50, we got Don Clark edging out Clay Layton. MA3, we got Brandon Clark taking it over David Four. And an MA40, Billy Smith over Jimmy Nichols. And FA4, Andrea Ions beating Kimberly Corner. So shout out
Yeah,
everyone at SeaTac on Sunday.
yeah. Kimberly Corners, my the girl who's playing disc golf with me this weekend, with me and Ellie. She's awesome. Super happy to see
Nice.
her out. I think that was her first ever tournament competing.
Whoa.
So
Heck yeah.
big shout out to her. And then also Savage is Savage. I
Andrew
love it,
Savage,
dude.
sorry.
Like, hell yeah.
I
All
thought
right.
I kind of cooked. I thought I was cooking. I thought I was cooking.
Okay. Also happened. There's so much going on this weekend. Also happening was Ladies of the Lake Fairy Fling. This is the women's only Ladies of the Lake event. This happened at Lakewood. First tournament with the like new layout. Taking it down was Jennifer Rice, ECD teammate. Congratulations to her. Winning FP60 was Janice Z. Jones. FP70 was won by Cheryl Newland. PDGA number 76.
That's so sick.
That's so cool. Samantha Wallen won FA1. Kat Howard won FA40. Kayla Signs Riddy won FA50 over Wendy Bates. As you all know, she's on Team ECD and my business partner here. Elaine Hayden won FA60. Esmeralda Smith won FA2. Melody Nielsen won FA3. Oh boy. Maya Tretivik Head won FA4. And then Maya Howard won FJ12. Two Mayas spelled differently, though. Very cool.
Very cool.
Congratulations to all the women for getting out there. If anybody has any feedback about the course that you would like to bring up to me, please feel free to message me. Come on by ECD, talk to me about anything that you'd like to see, or just any feedback you might have. Ollie, you want to tell us about the men's day?
Yep. Ladies of the Lake Knights Honor. So yeah, the men's day. I didn't know they did that. That's pretty cool. In MPO, we had Gregory Temple taken down over Steve Bell. In MP40, we had Keone. Yeah, ECD teammate taken down
That's our
MP40.
guy.
And then Don Clark taking down MP60. Robert Davis beating Josh Resnick in MA1. And then in MA40, we had Jeremy Martin beating Jonathan Streeter. And MA2, Joseph Dahl with the hot total score. Joseph Dahl, MA2. Brian's edging out Brian Spain, who also had a pretty solid 2 rounds as well. MA2 is kind of hot. And then MA3, Robert Corrigan just edging out our boy Pierce Reynolds. Oh my gosh, Pierce, great round. Pierce had a 918 and a 933. I think that's one of his best events, if I'm not mistaken, to date, which is so cool to see. Absolutely balling Pierce. And in MA4, we had Andy Roz beating Kyle Von Compchon.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah, dude, MA2, like, legitimately, first place and second place in MA2 would have won MPO.
That's insane.
Keone would have smoked MPO too. Yeah, congratulations, Joseph Dahl, shooting that 10-12 rated round, 909 rated player. Really cool to see, man. That's awesome. Good for him. But again, yeah, if anybody has any feedback or anything they'd like to bring up about the course, message me, come on into ECD, say what's up. You can even, honestly, the other thing I'd recommend too, if you want to say something anonymously, message Ollie and he can just kind of bring it up to me and we can make sure that you remain anonymous or
Facts.
whatever.
I
So
don't
yeah.
gotta tell Kirby anything. Let me
Nah,
know.
so
Let your boy know. Facebook, Instagram. Let me know course feedback, and I will deliver it anonymously, if liked, to Kirby, and we can talk about that on the show.
for sure. Okay, last event we got going on is the King of the Jungle. This was happening at Kitsap Fairgrounds. There's a little C tier out there, ran by Kevin Nicholson and Nicole Coleman. Taking down MPO, we got Christopher Holden over Tyler Bates and Spencer Stewart. James Hustis won MA50. Christine Hustis won MA60. So a little power couple winning there. Kurt Bain, who I'm a huge fan of, won MP70. Logan Cobb won MA1. Jeff Monty Montgomery, without a PDGA number, took down MA40. That's pretty cool. Peter Kepler won MA50 over Bruce Sweeney Weaver and John Johnson. Barry Fisher won MA70. MA2 was won by Aaron Grotesh over Benny Flores Jr. and Ian Williamson. Leilani Battle looks like she took down MA3 over Aaron Reed in a playoff, so that's really cool. I believe Leilani is a she's an FA1 player. So we got an FA1 player taking down MA1, dude. That's so cool. Hell yeah. William Ackley won MA4 over Tyler Day and Nate Vaughn. So that's your winners out there for King of the Jungle. That was all 5 of the tournaments that we had to recap. Oh, that was so many.
Oh, wait. That's all. We're stopping.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. All right, time for the tournament look ahead.
Do I have everybody's attention now?
There can be only one World Wrestling Federation champion. Acknowledge me.
All right. Next week we have looks like we have the June flight. This is also ran by Rain and Rattle over at White River, I believe it is. That is correct, over at White River. So another, it's just a free event. It's kind of like a monthly meetup thing. Very family friendly. They have loaner discs. This is really great for just like people kind of starting out, learning to play disc golf and that kind of thing. It's just a really awesome, very inclusive group. So highly recommend checking that out. Even if you are experienced, go and hang out. It's kind of just a fun time. And there's also this thing, I just saw this pop up, Dallas doubles at SeaTac. It looks like random flip at 1 p.m. Sign up day of starting at 12, $50 per player, 3 Stokely discs, trophies for winning team, 1 Dallas Garber Stokely disc contrast run, 2 additional Stokely discs of your choice. I think it's just like a support thing for Dallas. So if you want to go play random draw doubles at SeaTac on Sunday, that is available at 1 o'clock.
Sounds kind of fun, actually.
Yeah. All right, time to jump into the weather here.
Weather look ahead.
Together we can reduce, reuse, and recycle for a greener future for disc golfers.
Oh, yeah. And there's a weather look ahead. All right, this week we have... The weather's looking just fine. It's gonna be a cloudy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I guess we're doing this on Monday. We'll probably post it on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday are looking relatively cloudy. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, temperatures are starting to kind of creep up a little bit into the low 70s. And it's going to be kind of cloudy but relatively sunny. Really low chance of precipitation for the next week or so, which is really great. Gotta love seeing that. I got like 10% mostly in the mornings and that kind of thing, so that's really nothing. I'm pretty down for that. And then it's also looking like the winds are going to be pretty down this week. I got about 7 miles an hour the next 2 days, next 3 days, and then after that it's also going to chill. So it's going to be a really, really calm, really mellow kind of summer week here in Seattle. Looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty nice.
Let's go.
All right. No breakdown this week. I didn't really have time to write one. I'm not gonna lie. Swedish Open, Eagle McMahon won over Calvin Heimberg.
I was like, what?
Yeah. No. No. The point I wanted to make is that like even though Gannon came in 5th, I'm pretty sure Gannon and Calvin have been like 1-2 or 1-2-3 pretty much the entire season so far. So when that doubles tournament happens and at the preserve, they're
It's
gonna
gonna be so fun.
Dude, they're going to be an absolute nightmare to face. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, Adam Hammis and Ezra Robinson coming in third, tied for third there. Silver Saarinen is on just like a hell of a heater right now. This is...
Is it her world championship to lose?
It might be, honestly. This is her 3rd straight DGPT event that she's won in a row. She did come in 13th at the European Open, which is a major kind of in the middle of those. But
Yeah.
I guess, okay, so she won, wait a minute here. Yeah, she won Cascade Challenge, which is Joe Mess thing, so I guess that technically doesn't count. And then she won Northwest, 13th at the major.
I
and
still
then
put it
first at
on like
Swedes.
winning in a big field. Like there are still some huge names at Cascade where like I still think that field is like stacks up, and winning in that field at that tournament proves that she can. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the field wasn't, I mean, you got like Own and Heidi Lane and Cat Merge.
It's like the world champion, the defending world
Yeah.
champion. What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just not on the tour, so I kind of separating it as far as that line is concerned. But you go back, I mean, DGPT plus, DGPT plus. She's second at the Barbasol Open at Austin. She's second at OTB. First at Northwest Championship, 13th at European, first at Swedish. It's probably her worlds to lose. I think so. Yeah. Best female player in the world right now.
But you got the defending champion at Cascade Challenge, and it's the field's not good. Cat Merge.
It's
Dang.
okay.
That's like
It's
that's
okay. I think compared to all the other ones, there's no Holland Hanley. There's no. Oh yeah, wait, is this
And
our same one?
Hanley,
Yeah, she's been like one of
gang,
the hottest players this season.
gang. Talking about major winning a major, and we're talking about Holland Hanley.
You're talking about an A tier.
I'm talking about favorite to win and the streak she's on. A tier, still winning the A tier with that field is big.
Yeah, I do think she is the best to, or the leader to win worlds though for sure. So, um, oh, you got a World Cup update for us?
I'm a little stuck. I'm trying to look at this FPO field now. I had a World Cup update. Emily Weatherman, Falcus has been having a good season. Sarah Holcomb was there. I don't know. There's some big names here. Suyat, Naomi Suyat? You're just gonna discredit Naomi Suyat? Wow. All right.
I would never.
All
and
right.
don't you ever dare put that on me. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. No way.
I scrolled down the second I
her.
saw her, I was like, all right, I won the argument.
Nah.
We're good. We're good.
Dude, I would I'm like
that might have
borderline
been
afraid of her.
I would actually make the argument that was the toughest field. Little World Cup update. We are down to the group stage is over. All the teams have done. This is Monday morning. It is 11 a.m. right now, and we currently are at a halftime where underdogs Japan are going into the half 1-0 against Brazil. So kind of insanity. Yeah, they could be sending Brazil home in the round of 32. The teams that made it, I'll just go over them kind of quickly. Mexico and South Africa, and I'll kind of group them in their groups, so I'm not going to say every group. Mexico, South Africa, Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, Brazil and Morocco, USA, Australia, Paraguay, Germany, Cote d'Ivoire, and Ecuador, Netherlands, Japan, Sweden, Belgium, Egypt, Spain and Cabo Verde, France, Norway, Senegal, Argentina, Austria, Algeria, Colombia, Portugal, Congo, England, Croatia, Ghana. Out of the 10 African countries to make the World Cup, 9 of them move on to the round of 32 at a 90% hit rate. That is the highest hit for any country.
Big.
So very cool there. So currently, halftime, 1-0. I do think Brazil, this might be my ODP guarantee. Brazil is coming back to win this. No, I'm kidding, because this won't come out till tomorrow. But I do think Brazil comes back to get this, and
Sick.
we're in for some good World Cup right now. A lot of good matchups. Germany versus Paraguay later today. Netherlands, Morocco. Tomorrow when y'all are watching this, it'll probably be around Cote d'Ivoire, Norway. We'll see France versus Sweden. England versus Congo. I will be going to Belgium versus Senegal. I'm very excited for that. Some really fun matchup. Croatia, Portugal is really big. And then, of course, probably the biggest matchup of the round of 32, Cabo Verde versus Argentina, defending World Cup champions.
Yeah.
Messi who?
Dude, it's been really cool seeing all the I saw like David Ortiz and like Flavor Flav have done like videos about being like, hey, Cape Verde, go get it. So it's so cool, man. Yeah, I mean it's people are like rooting for them.
It's incredibly cool.
Like,
it's incredibly
it feels
cool.
like everyone's rooting for that underdog, right?
It's just like I grew up so much just being like, oh yeah, I'm from Cape Verde, or like my dad's from Cape Verde, and people be like, where is that? What is that?
Where is that?
All these questions, and now it's like, woo.
Yeah, like now recognized, you know.
Yeah, it's really cool and really fun.
Yeah. So. I mean, I'm Norway all the way. They took a pounding from France the other night.
10 of their 11 starters sat. So.
Yep. And I think they kind of knew, like, going against France, like, we're not taking this down, so let's give these guys a little rest. So, whatever, dude.
I pay thousands of dollars to go watch Norway and Holland, and then he doesn't play. I'd be a little bummed. And
I would be pretty pissed. Like, that's
my
like, dude.
I don't know. It's like, they're just, I think they don't, I feel like it gives me the mentality, like, it gives me one of two things. Like, they could feel like they could win it, so this could be like a winning move, or it feels like a little bit of like we just want to place well, and so this gives us the best position to place like in the top 10. Like it almost looks like they're going for just a top 10 finish, which is kind of lame.
Sure. I kind of read it as like a nice like strategy, like a like I read it as a winning move type of thing, but it could definitely just be a placement thing. You're not wrong about that at all. So
So, but we'll see, we'll see. And they got a good matchup. I don't think they wanted to play Sweden first round. I think they would have known that they would have played Sweden. I think they knew they would have played Sweden if they beat France somehow. But also, they would have used a lot of energy just to try to beat France.
hmm
But yeah, that's about the World Cup update. Watch your games. And yeah, it should be awesome. Let's go.
Sweet. All right, time for the KO course review. This week we are talking about Raptors Knoll. Raptors Knoll is probably one of the furthest away courses we have on our thing so far. As far as mileage, yeah, I mean Raid Shadow's kind of far away,
Yeah.
but Raptors Knoll, I it's crazy that Raptors Knoll is 2 hours. I live in North Seattle. It's a 2 hours straight shot up there. The border, there's so many different border options that if you just let Google Maps take you through, it'll usually get you at one that you can get through the border in no time at all. Um, it's just one of the, I mean, my impression of the place, as I can't mention this enough, it's just one of the best. The place is just absolutely incredible to play. Ollie, do you kind of, what are some of your impressions of it?
Yeah, I think so as well. It's pretty awesome. It's just like, yeah, one of my favorite, most complete courses in my. Yeah, I think it's just such a complete, awesome course.
I think that's such a good like buzzword in there, like complete course, because it really has everything. Like it feels like complete, and the way Chris Hartman looks at it is, oh, we can clean up this a little bit and we can edit that a little bit. They're so like protective of that park, like protective like in a good way,
Yeah.
that they have every tree in that entire park like what is it mapped out, not mapped out, but counted for.
Wow.
So if a tree ever falls, they can just go and replace it and just like replant a tree or something like that. Most of the trees on that course are not just like grown there naturally. There's actually one in the middle of hole. When you played Ollie, actually a couple years ago, was hole one that hole right by the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that this year that was hole two, and hole 18, which is that straight shot to that elevated basket in the rock, that was hole one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hole 17, that so like hole 18, hole 17, there's like a tree, like a big like Christmas tree in the middle of the fairway there. Chris was telling me that that was the only tree that just naturally grew there. He's like, we didn't plant this one. He's like, this is the only one that happened, and they're really protective of it. They noticed that the top had grown higher than they like make protective things to guard all the trees, and they noticed that the top of the tree had grown higher than the top of the protective barrier. So they went out the next day and they added another layer to it to protect the thing even higher up. And it was just like, that's the level of detail that they have out there. The course was absolutely in incredible condition. Do you know what like your favorite hole is out there?
I'd probably go with when I played it. I want to say it was hole five, like the par five or par four, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
really
yeah.
long
The
one.
first part, the front par five.
I
Yeah,
like that one a lot, and then I like the eagle hole, or like not the
yeah,
eagle, like the
yeah, yeah,
actual
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
bird
That
hole.
hole is so
Yeah,
sick. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's got to be one of the prettiest holes I've ever played. The way the mountains are right behind that, it's just absolutely perfect.
such a cool green too. I think
Oh
it's like
yeah,
it's like such a fun. I don't know. It's like I don't know. I've seen birdies from off of it. I've seen like the pars from coming up short. I've seen the bogeys from it. I've seen like how rewarding it is when you do land on the island and stuff. It's like I don't know. I don't mind it. I've hit putts from past it on the grass area behind it and for still got the birdie. It's like it's still possible.
Oh yeah, no, that hole is absolutely sick. It's usually like a little windy up there too, which just kind
Mm-hmm.
of adds to how much fun that is. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys now just like throwing like putters, just kind of dropping on there. You can kind of do that. People are throwing that wide hyzer onto it. Really, really sick. When you played that first par five, um, was the basket like in that green off to the left?
I played it in both positions, the one to the right and the left.
Okay, yeah, that right position they've cleaned up really well, and
Yeah.
it's so pretty back there now, dude. It looks
Mm.
so cool.
I really liked that
Um,
one to the right a lot. It was like it was made the hole a lot more unique in the sense of like if you burned over a shot going to the right, you're so cut off from throwing that angle there. But if you hit the line perfectly, I mean, landing in the zone, I feel like it's the ideal landing zone where they wanted you to land in the original shot, but it like makes it that much more lucrative to be there because it's like we are making the next shot that much harder to bend to the right, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, really, the thing that I saw out there so much is people were trying to bite off a ton of distance on the drive and then putting themselves in a position where they couldn't throw a second shot to get to this point where you could throw the good third shot down the
Yeah.
tunnel on the right. So it was just for me, I'm going MD1 down the middle. I'm going like putter or drop into the landing zone and then another putter up and just watching people like having to throw these like hero shots and putting themselves in really tough positions and then watching me like putter my way up and down that hole. Like I love that hole. That hole is so much fun. But I think the Eagle hole is my favorite hole out there. It's just so like I said, it's just so pretty. It's so gorgeous. Absolutely just stunning. I know what my least favorite hole is. It's definitely that woods hole in the back. Um, it's the thing is like
Same.
I don't think it's like a if that was at a different disc golf course, that's a really good like it's a fine disc golf hole at most other courses, but given that place and how much space they have and the way everything else is kind of set up in position, that hole just kind of like doesn't do it for me, man.
I hate it. I'm not a fan of it. It just kind of it was a vibe ruiner in my opinion. Just in the middle of
Sure.
the round, you're like, or like towards the end of the round, middle of the round, you're like, what am I doing? It's usually
Yeah.
back up there for no reason. It's just like, what am I doing?
Yeah. I took a bogey there all 3 rounds, and what was extra frustrating is the third round I had a birdie putt and sent it to like 15 feet long, and then I freaking caged the 15-footer, and I was like, I was bogey free until that point, and I was just like, "What do you do? Like, you idiot!" And I was like, "You're right there, man." So,
Bummer hole.
yeah, so frustrating. As far as amenities are concerned, I mean, this course is like I guess not. I don't want to talk amenities necessarily, but like the course has a little bit of everything. You said the word complete. It really is. It has a pair of par fives. It has enough par fours to keep it up to the variety. The way the rock structures are all in there. There's memorable holes all over the course. You look at hole one and those like whatever giant foam structures that are around hole one. You're kind of like that's how you start your round off with that sick par four. That's just so cool. Hole two, three, four kind of butt kickers, but then you get to that par five and you're like, this is really sick. And the more you get into the course, you hit the triple mando with the basket buried in the rocks, and you're like, this is really, really cool. And then you're out there just like throwing big hyzers, and it's just, it's the island shot that I messed up so bad this weekend. It's just another really fun hole. That's just a good time to play. And it's the kind of course that by the time you're done playing and then by the time you play hole 18, you're already thinking about do I have time to play another round? Can I play a few more shots? What other holes can I sneak to and just play before I get out of here? Do I have a little bit of time for? It's the kind of course that makes you just want to play a little more, which I think is just so
Amazing.
yeah, it's incredible. As far as amenities are concerned, there's 3 different tee pads. So you have your gold, your blue, and your red layouts. So if you are beginner, medium, like challenging layout, that kind of thing. So I think that adds to the plus of the course. There are a couple of bathrooms on site, although I will say the bathrooms there are like freaking nasty, dude. They're like outhouses, so it's just like a big hole in the ground. They're pretty gross, realistically, but it is just nice having a bathroom at all, so it's really kind of hard to complain about that. Um, my biggest complaint about the course, and this is such a I've been thinking about this, and it's such a stupid, stupid thing to complain about. But my biggest issue with the course, just in general, is simply how busy it is. It's like the best. It's like the best course in that area. It's really one of the only courses in that area. It's one of the top courses in Canada. It's very, very rare that you go there and there's not people just around all over the place. After the round on Saturday, I wanted to play a couple of holes and just kind of like feel some stuff out, kind of figure something out. And I went out there to play, and there was cards of 3 of like people who weren't playing in the tournament, just like casuals who came up to play on every hole. I was like, this is crazy. It's 7:30 at night. Like, why are all you people here? There's like a half full parking lot. I was like, this is insane. So My biggest complaint is absolute bullshit of a complaint is that it's just so busy there all the time, man. It's almost like it's kind of hard to like. I love having a course a little bit to myself. Like I'll intentionally go to SeaTac really early in the morning and kind of feel like it's just me and the dog walkers there, and I love having that time to the course, and that's just never going to be available at Raptors Knoll. Um, but yeah, like I mentioned, they have all the stuff. They have elevation. The only thing they don't really have is like a true like pond water carry, which I do think adds to like it's just a fun thing that I love having at a course. But they don't really need it. Like they do so well with everything else they do there. Am I missing anything? I mean, parking lot's fine.
Well, I was gonna say you hit everything for mine.
You ready to give this a rating?
I'm gonna go 9.5. Woo!
9.5. Ow! Was
Woo!
that was that Roxy in the back going woo? Or was
No,
that you?
she's asleep. I think I might have woke her up.
That is your highest rating out of
Yeah,
any course.
makes sense.
Yeah, without a doubt. I want to look up real quick. I think I'm pretty sure I know what I'm gonna say. Uh, Udisc. All right. Has Raptors Knoll. Whoa! Has them at a 4.8 rating. That's our highest rated we've encountered for the KO show. That's going to be a 9.6 on the UDisc, which is absolutely insane. And then I was right with you, man. I was going 9.5 the whole way. So that puts this at a 9.56, I think. My math is pretty rough there, and that's our highest rating. Sheldon behind this last week was our highest rating before this at a average of 9.33. So this a little bit better. That's crazy, huge. I love it. Um, and it's I think so appropriate because that really is my favorite course in the
Yeah,
area. I think I can't think of another place. Like if Raptors Knoll was SeaTac, I would feel like we are so spoiled here in
yeah,
Washington, and I love SeaTac so much. But I do think Raptors Knoll is everything that SeaTac and Lakewood want to be, and and a little more. It's that park style course with all the shot shapes that you want, and just how clean it is in general. So yeah, comment down below what you think of Raptors Knoll, what you might rate it, and if we missed anything or what your favorite hole might be. Ollie, hit us with the ODP guarantee.
ODP guarantee. We going to guarantee on Wednesday. Your boyo's gonna be there. Senegal to beat Belgium. West Africa. Come on, Senegal to beat Belgium. I still have France as my winners. They're gonna win. They look so good.
They look so good. Yeah.
Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hell yeah.
we're going to take Senegal over Belgium, and I'm going to be there at the game, so I think that'd be kind of cool. Maybe I'll try to get a clip and I'll throw it in the episode next week or something during the ODP guarantee. That might be fun.
That'd be sick. Or throw it on our Instagram.
Yeah, true.
Easy plug there. Go check out our Instagram too. So, yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'll go live on our Instagram. That'd be kind of
fun. Ooh, dude, that'd be sick, actually. You should. Yeah. You can go live here too.
All right, we're cooking up right now.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, time to answer the KO question of the week. If you could add a 0 to any number in your life, where would you put it? Ollie, where would you put that 0?
It'd have to do with something like bank account, most likely for like the most logical answer. I think like I was thinking about it. It'd be kind of fire if I put it like at the end of my PDGA rating. So I was just 9,000 rated all of a sudden. I was like the best person by like 9 times. But like I'd be like just for like fun, I guess. But like the money one seems like the most kind of the best one. But also I was like, who's 9 times better than the next person at the anything? Like honestly, I could be like the best of the best ever of anything.
Mm-hmm.
So
what?
I think I would go with. Well, because, like, I can't do height. I'd be, like, 50 feet, 11 inches. That doesn't work. That doesn't even sound fun. I think I'd do some of the money.
Yeah. I think bank account's kind of like the easy answer. I did think like disc golf wise, like if I could add a zero to like my distance, but it's like why would I want to throw like 4,500 feet? Like it's like that's cool for like an Instagram thing, but like that's pretty like irrelevant. Um, you know, other like kind of like silly stuff, like it really doesn't make sense to have like 10 wieners, or anything like that. So like I don't even know what I'm
Oh,
doing about that. Yeah.
cars would be kind of cool.
Cars would be sweet.
I got
But
10 cars.
yeah, I think like wins would be pretty sweet. That would put me at like
Oh,
over 300 wins would be the most career wins out of anybody, or 400 wins maybe. So that would be pretty sweet. But I think honestly, I think you kind of nailed it. Bank account is probably like the best and easiest answer there. So
my Pokemon cards. My amount of. I picked the most expensive Pokemon card I have, and I'd say the amount I have, zero. So I at least get 10 of them.
at least 10 of them,
I go
which is
buy a
huge.
poncho. I get 10 of them. That's like 10,000. That's like $100,000 right there. Boom.
Yeah,
Easy.
something like that. There'd have to be like a scheme there. Yeah, like
But that's like a one and done thing. So I'm like, what can I do that's like infinite?
well, the thing is, it's just 1 0. So yeah, I don't know if anything's
But
really infinite at that
how can I
point.
make that 1-0 last to make it feel? I mean, my life's not infinite, so boom.
Yeah, you add a zero to your age and just turn to dust.
I'd be 270.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I want.
just crumble. Hell yeah. But all right, comment down below if you could add a zero to any number in your life. Where would you put it? Jeff, hit me with something freaking awesome this week, dude. I'm so ready for it. All right, time for the draft this week. I thought this one would be pretty
Also,
good.
while we're recording this, Brazil just equalized at 1-1 in the 57th minute. So we might be, it's tied right now. It's just fun.
Damn.
It'll be fun. Maybe it's our first look at penalties in this World Cup. Be kind of fun.
All right, Ollie, do you want the first pick or the second two in the
I'll go
serial?
two. I'll go two. Second two.
Hell yeah. Honestly, that's great because I have a definite 1-1 here.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay.
Um,
No. That's valid. That's valid. That's valid.
yeah,
That probably would have been my first, but I got options. I got options. It probably
it's
is my first though.
it's my favorite cereal of all time. The ones that are really really good and we can't find them anymore is they did Cinnamon Toast Crunch minis, which were just
Hmm.
these like little like I don't know kind of balls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and those actually made really really good Rice Krispie treats too, which is really cool. So
Oh,
yeah. But all right, Ollie, what do you got us for picks number 2 and 3 here?
I'm gonna have to take. I know this sounds bland. I guess I gotta go with two bland ones, but two ones I love. We're gonna go with Frosted Flakes. Such a
Nah, that's
Frosted
legit.
Flakes guy.
Yeah,
They're great. Um,
they're pretty
and
great.
I think easy right after that. Give me a Honey Nut Cheerio. Calm, cool, collected, everywhere. Always can get it. I think honestly, the way the milk and the Honey Nut. Come on, come on.
Mm,
I do
I don't know,
take. I
man.
do. They're not my number one Cheerio, but I think for I guess let me give me my number one Cheerio. Let me get my it's the cinnamon apple Cheerio.
So you want cinnamon apple Cheerios instead?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess like Cheerios are kind of just like I don't know,
Have you
dude.
had the cinnamon apple Cheerio?
Not in a while, but I mean, like Cheerios are just kind of like I don't know. They're like the missionary position of cereals. So I don't know about it.
The goat.
Uh, my number 2 pick here is gonna be Lucky Charms. I freaking love Lucky Charms, dude. They're so good still. I don't care. Absolutely delicious. Sugar Bomb. Don't give a shit. Um, and then after that, I'm kind of like tossed because I have a couple of cereals that I'm a big fan of, but push comes to shove, I'm probably not stepping. I'm probably not saying no to a bowl of Tricks. Like the
Ah,
little, yeah, like the fruit shaped cereal. It's really, really good.
I don't
I
know if I'd have
personally,
that. Yeah, no, that's a good pick. I don't know about.
yeah,
Hmm.
in my opinion, it's always been the better version of Fruit Roll-Ups, or not Fruit Roll-Ups, Fruit Loops. It's in my mind, I'm like, it's always been like the tastier. I always like the fact that like they had the shapes of the cereal and that kind of thing. It was the first time I imagined exactly what a blue raspberry, because they had the blue little raspberry one. I was like, oh, that's what a blue raspberry would look like. So, and that little rabbit, dude, man, I was such a fan as a kid.
Oh, you made it kind of hard there though, because Fruit Loops are kind of gas. I don't know if I'd even take it over Fruit Loops. Now that you just mentioned the better version of it. Dang.
Nah, dude,
Nah,
I
but
like Kicks more.
I'm gonna take Apple Jacks as my three.
Yeah,
Apple Jacks are so ridiculously bomb,
yeah.
and I think I'm taking one that is not getting some love right now. I think it should have gone a lot higher. Give me the I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Come on now. Oh my God, Cocoa Puffs are so goated.
I talked to my wife about this last night, and she actually said Cocoa Puffs were her second favorite cereal. And I was like, we've been married for 3 years, and I've never seen her eat a bowl of Cocoa Puffs. She also said that her favorite, like now that I'm at my last pick here. She said that her other favorite cereal was like frosted shredded mini wheats, and that really, I was like, actually, those are bomb. I was like, you're not wrong about that. Like they are like really good, but that's just such a boring cereal. Um, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of debating. I really like and I think I'm gonna go with it. It actually is pretty boring now that I'm thinking about it, but I like Kicks. Just that like Kicks are or what is it? Yeah, the little like yellow puff balls.
Kicks?
Yeah, isn't that the name of it? Yeah, Kick cereal. Yeah, yeah. Like
What?
Kicks are for kids.
No,
Uh
tricks?
no, kid tested, mother approved.
Oh, I was like, that is not the thing for that.
No, no, no.
All right, I think
Um,
I won this. I think you just got cooked with that one.
I don't know. Yours are all like the same thing.
Nah,
I,
Cookie Crisp was in my honorable mentions that I want to
yeah,
shout
it's a good one.
out. Fruit Loops, I think I just didn't want to take it after that whole debacle. Um,
Um, I do think Apple Jacks is a good pick. The one that I feel like I kind of missed out on, and I probably should have picked over Kicks, was the Reese's Puffs. That's a really really good
well,
cereal.
you just would have been the little bro to Cocoa Puffs. That's okay with me.
Nah, Reese's Puffs over Cocoa Puffs all
Cocoa
day,
Puff. I'm cool for Cocoa Puffs.
bro. You're just
Oh,
missing the
I'm
best part of the
cool
Reese's
for
peanut
Cocoa
butter.
Puffs.
You're cuckoo for thinking Cocoa Puffs are
The
good.
Reese's Puffs rap was fire. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate flavor. But,
hell yeah.
but, yeah, I don't know. All right, that's a good draft. I like that. We're still at 1-1. So my friend texted me something, so I thought the score changed. All right, episode. Oh my gosh, what are we at? 116. Absolutely crazy times. World
Yeah.
Cups in Seattle just ending. Go outside. Go watch one of the watch parties. Seattle Center has some cool ones. Pioneer Square has screens. I don't know. It's worth out just going and being around the city while it's so lively and people are going to games. Um, yeah, we're gonna episode 16. Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate flavor. Aim high, shoot low, and we'll see you next week. Peace.